What's going on, guys? So I wanted to make this video really quick to really update you guys on how to do assignments in Word. This is going to be the video for Word. I'm going to do a separate video for the cell phone. I know I was going to make them together. Unfortunately, the capture software I use for my cell phone apps isn't really working. I wanted to do it in this format. Once I get that stuff working again, I will immediately make that cell phone video for you and have it posted as soon as possible. For right now, let's take a look at the Word app. Now, I am in what's called my Office 365 homepage. It is very recommended that you click this button here from your homepage. This will allow you to download the Office programs to your computer. What we're about to see is that inside the web version, things don't really work, whereas if we download them, they work perfectly fine. Let's take a look at EQ3, for example. Alright, so we can see, first off, it is popping up with equations. It's taking a while to load, and holy moly, what happened? I think you've all seen my work before. This is nothing like it. It is completely uneven. Things are just strewn around everywhere. Look down here. It is just a mess. So what we have to do is click File. Click File, and then go to Save As. And we want to download a copy. Downloading a copy will give us the actual Word file as intended on our computer. Check this out. So we'll download, make a copy. Bam. Looks so much cleaner. Now we can click Enable Editing. This will allow us to change things. Let's talk about this specific assignment, right? How do we change this assignment? Well, let's look at each part. The first part talks about, are we doing things correctly? Are we doing things correctly? My recommendation here would be to go through and highlight the things that are incorrect in red. Notice, we should not have started by dividing up here. We should have started with addition instead. We would then go down and say addition before division. Addition before division, and that's our answer. That's it. That's all we have to do. Now we are going to have to tab here and create a little tab space. We go over to the next one and we say good, because there are no issues there. Next one, we can look at it. This isn't right? This is, we're not supposed to be dividing by -6. We're supposed to be, or subtracting by -6 rather. We're supposed to be dividing by it. So we marked that. We marked this one. We go down here and we say subtract, or rather add 9, then divide by 6. And guys, you're going to have to modify the Word document so that things line up. If you see this little L up here, that will actually shift where that tab is. So when I hit tab, that tells it that I want to do a kind of like an indent. So these little L's tell it where the indent is going to be. So if I was to tab again, it would be right here. So from here to here, notice that's where that L lines up. From here to here, again, where the L lines up. So that's how I would go about doing these problems. Mark them in red, tell me why you marked them in red, and then you're good. Problems down here. These need to be done with a step-by-step process. Here's the cool thing. If we go up to search, we can type in insert. And notice it comes up immediately because this is how I make equations. Insert equation. Now, again, we're going to have to drag and drop these things and put them where we need them. We need to to be judicious on our own about where we need things. If you ever have a problem with getting symbols, though, you can just drag and drop them. Same thing with the tabs. For this one, let's set up a tab right here. So I can hit tab, and now I'm right over the equation. And we can say, let's move this tab to right here, because this is what we're going to do first. Tab, minus 11, space, minus 11. Next row, 6x equals, and then 65 minus 11 is going to be 54. We can do divide by 6, divide by 6. Next row, that's no. And come on, give me my tab. There we go. X equals 9. Okay, now, is this the perfect method for you guys? Maybe, maybe not. You know, this is not the easiest method. It is the best method to get it on a Word document. Look how clean the answers that I actually did on the Word document look. I can tell exactly what you're thinking. I can tell exactly what you're doing. I can tell where the work is being shown. I can tell exactly where you think the problems are, exactly what you thought the problems, you know, how to fix them. And it really does show an understanding of how to use Word. Now, this is an advanced concept. You have to be able to play around with the system. You have to know how to set up tabs up here. You have to know how to space things out. You have to know how to go from here to here. And again, it all comes down to this tab. So if I put the tab right here, and I hit, again, the tab key, okay, I jump over there, and now I can start working here. However, if I wanted to go to this 8, because this 8 is where I'm going to be, I can put another tab. So I know that I'm going to be working with the 29. I know that I'm going to be working with the 8, minus 8, tab, minus 8, next row, (21) equals 7x. Then we do again, divide by 7. Divide by 7. If you're wondering, the multiplication symbol is going to be this little star. That's your 8 symbol. And that's just for ease of use. Use that little star when you're indicating multiplication. Again, tab. Whoa, that went way off. That's not where we wanted to be. 3 equals x. And of course, when we're designating our answers, we can always place them in bold. But this is generally how I want to see it. Now, let's take a look at another one. Yeah? We've got FR4. Now, FR4 has a lot more writing to it. There are a few things on here that you can't actually do in Word. You can't draw a scatter plot in Word using a drawing. So if you're going to do this on Word, you're going to have to attach at least some kind of photo of a paper where you did the scatter plot. Everything else can be done inside Word. We've gone through stuff like this. Again, right now we can see that it's not perfectly even. These numbers should be up here, so this H should be right next to this equal sign. It's not. You need to download it. So remember the steps. Save as, download a copy, and then open it using your version of Word. Click enable, and then save it immediately. I would immediately save this so that it knows this is your copy. This is your copy. And from there, just work out the problems, move things around as necessary. So let's say this table's in our way, we can move it. As far as making extra space on the paper, guys, I don't care how big the Word document is. If you need to make more space, guys, seriously, make all the space you need. If you are going to do it on the Word document, make all the space you need to do your work. I don't mind it. It's easy enough for me to scroll through the papers. As you see, I have like dual screen. I can set this up so I can see 3 papers at once and still be super comfortable. So it's not going to affect me no matter how much space you put in between the problems. What I am looking for, and as you know, is completeness. With all that being said, that is my short 11-minute short tutorial for how to do this stuff in Word. I hope this helps out, and I hope you give this a shot. Just remember, there are certain things we can't do in Word. That's why we use things like Nearpod now for our lessons. There are also things that you need to practice with Word. But this is actually really good practice because, guys, I gotta tell you, I didn't know any of this stuff going into college. I didn't know any of this stuff going into creative writing courses at the university. And this really would have been helpful. Practicing this stuff would have really, really been helpful because I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea how to format things. This is an awesome way to format things. You can build your own templates. I will show you how. One last thing before I let you go. We had talked about the insert equation tab. Now, it's a little bit harder to do than tabbing. But let's take a look at this tab. Now, we're inside this number. Notice our X looks a little bit different. Our Y looks a little bit different. These are variable numbers. What's really cool is we can make fractions as well. Check that out. We can make a fraction. We can also make exponents. Super easy. Look at that. The moment we hit enter, though, we exit out of it, and we have to click this number again to get back in. Then we have to go up to the top ribbon, click equation, and, again, we can go from here. We can make several different types of fractions, make it look like division. We can make several different types of equations. Radicals, if you're using square rooting. This stuff you won't get into too much. This is integral. Different types of brackets to use within this stuff. So we're doing absolute value. There is an actual absolute value bracket right here, which really super handy. So mostly we need to play around with this. If you want to do assignments solely on Word, go out, play around with it. Don't be afraid to play around with it. Tell me, hey, can you sit down with me? Because remember, I am here available for you guys to ask questions every day after school. Every day. Except Wednesday, because we have a meeting. But any day except Wednesday, you can schedule an after-school session with me to sit down, and I will show you step by step how to enter these answers. You throw me the answers, I will sit down with you and show you how to put them in the Word file and how to submit that Word file. On that note, let's talk about how we submit, right? Let's talk about how we submit. So let's go to Teams really quick. Here are all my classes. Let's say I wanted to go to Algebra 1, second semester, period 1. I go to Algebra 1. Let's go into Files so that we don't mess anything up. Class Material. And let's say I want to add something. So we're going to click Upload. Files. And this will allow me to upload that file. Now, this is a little bit different than what you guys do. Because it allows me to do stuff like that. If we go over here and we look in assignments, let's say I wanted to start a new assignment. So we'll start an assignment. Again, we come down here to resources. And then we're confronted with this menu. This is the menu you guys are going to have when you upload things. We can see it takes us into the last folder we have. I can go down here to my downloads where my Word doc is, and I can upload this Word document. That's how you're going to see it. Remember, you have to click Add. There's an Add button in the assignment tab when you are turning it in. Once you do that, click OK, and it'll send me the Word doc. Though I think most of you are okay on that point. All of this being said, this is a super long video already. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Good luck out there, guys. Again, if you have issues, come see me on Monday mornings. Come see me after school. I want to help you guys succeed. All you have to do is ask. Everyone have a great weekend, stay safe, and I will see you all Monday.